Uh, I really haven't jumped on the Pope yet, man. So I think it's time for me to throw my 2 cents into all the stuff that I've seen put out about this Pope situation. Let me try to recap, break it down, give you my opinion. Uh, all right, off Jump Street right here, dude. Listen, the Pope. I mean, even you listen to his speech where he speaks all real slow and that neuro linguistics kind of like it's just like it's gonna go over their head, man, because there's so much magicianry going on right now. There's so much smoke and mirrors going on right now with this popery, uh with this the papal it's like he's trying to come in and get you to accept that he's your new ruler. But this dude, really, he's the godfather of the New World Order. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way you could break it down. That's the godfather of the New World Order. Like that movie with Al Pacino in it, The Godfather. Like it's kind of like that, but then scale it up to world government, New World Order. That's him. And basically, this is we're literally seeing like I'm not sure if he's the Antichrist himself, but watching the pictures of Obama and him and Michelle, it reminded me of Interview with the Vampire. You know what I'm saying? And they keep showing all these pictures of the Pope, and he's got the most crazy looking, wily, buggy, weird looking eyes, man. The weirdest look. He's got this weird look of like the Joker, like he's happy for some reason, but it can't be good. You know what I mean? It's crazy like that. That's what I'm perceiving from this, and the fact of how he's being embraced and he's being hoisted up like on someone's hands, and they're elevating him to this status of they're trying to make him appear as if he's got all this clout. I mean, I don't know. The Pope is pretty powerful, but it's there's a lot of smoke and mirrors going on. The best thing the best way to inform yourself, to get yourself up to date on the game that they play on us, with the Catholics, with the Muslims. Really, on the outer court, they pretend to be something else, but on the inner court, they're really Luciferian Satanists. It's the same thing with the Muslims, same thing with the Catholics, same thing with what they call the Protestant movement, but all these churches in America, they're really not Protestant anymore. You know what I'm saying? So they might have started there, but they're not anymore. That, what is it called? The charismatic movement, where they're trying to uh, make all the churches go back under the Pope, go back under the papacy, the horror church of Babylon. You know what I'm saying? I mean, really, you can look at their symbolism and it'll go back to Babylon. Goes before that, goes back to the Anunnaki, Sumerians, even, and Canaanite and all that, and Nimrod. That's where it really goes back to. But so when the Bible talks about Babylon, though, you can find that, because it was borrowed by Egypt. Then Greece borrowed it from Egypt. Rome borrowed it from Greece and Egypt and Babylon. So I mean, that's you can see it's the same schematic. What you see with the Pharisee church, they were like a different sect of the same type of mindset. You know what I'm saying? Of their local area. You know what I'm saying? So the outer church, inner church, same thing. Same thing there with your Talmudic doctrine is one of these flip doctrines where to the public they present themselves as these pure religious people, but on the inner court, really they're just evil. They're using their appearance of religious as a way to operate in totally evil shit, dude. I mean, they really sacrifice kids, rape kids. You can listen. Just look at the church, Catholic Church, pedophile. That's all you got to type into any search engine, and bam, you're gonna get countless amount of stories. This isn't. I mean, they're not the only ones who do it. I mean, it's all like high elites. It's like part of their initiations. It's part of paying their dues to their club. You know what I'm saying? They really got to pay it in blood. It seems like, and the fact that people are so dumbed down, unaware of this, and like the Pope's being welcomed, this pedophiles being embraced. Yeah, you see kids in Dagon hats. Uh, you've seen Obama, and what's weird is like in the movie The Manchurian Candidate, they had him stand on the star on the floor, and it was like he was programmed. He didn't even know he was going to end up there. And it's like Obama keeps getting positioned. Like, he ain't like these things behind me right there. Look. Let me see. Like, someone had it set up so, like, look, those would appear exactly behind his head that way. You know what I'm saying? And, like, in the Manchurian Candidate, it showed how, like, the president, their candidate guy, his life was so already organized that they knew where he was going to be standing at what time, and they had two guys meant to be there at the same time. And then you've seen this with not only did they take a picture of him with the horns in front, he did like a military full turn standing straight in place, and the horns were exactly behind him, almost like he was positioned there. I mean, that's got to be orchestrated. I mean, you see the Pope in his Batmobile. But I mean, he's feigning humility. This guy is not humble, dude. These guys they're like trillionaires, man, and they got property all over the globe. And then he's trying to sell everyone on this depopulation agenda. I mean, that 2030. Look into Agenda 21, man. Sustainable development. Look into it unbiasedly. If you're unfamiliar, look into it unbiasedly. You can't deny that they mean you harm. They want to severely cut down your life and your life and your quality of life. They want to hack it, dude, like with the machete, like like some African tribesmen, general butt naked with a machete. Ha! They want to hack the quality of your life to shizzle. SHTF. Perpetually. Another thing, let me think. Well, you got the kid. They did this PR stunt where this kid comes. It's like the kid had to fight through the crowd, man, to get to the Pope. But I mean, it was just a PR stunt. They escorted this kid, the Pope's Matrix Agent Smith, Secret Service people are I mean, they escorted this little girl over there. It's almost like when you read the gospel and all these people were trying to tug at Jesus's at his garments, trying to get him to heal him. And the Pope is trying to present this image, but in a ideologically political manner. You know what I'm saying? And it's just all deception, man. This guy is a communist, Marxist, socialist. He's a Jesuit. Just look into the history of the Jesuit order. I got a perfect guy for you, man. His name is Walter Veih. And it's like Walter Veith. Kept getting his name wrong. But he's got all these documentaries, man, or these presentations, man, seminar or something. But there's one it's called Islamic Connections. And if you watch this, I mean, it explains the Islam and the Pope. It breaks the stuff down. It also shows you, it's the Knights Templar doctrine. I mean, I said this before, and I mean, you can trace that right to the Pope too. The Knights of Malta, the Knights Templar initiation. Take them under the church, spit on the cross. They say, "Yeah, I'll spit on the cross," and they're like, "Oh, you're really in." And they don't spit on the cross. They'll say, "Oh, you're in." But really, it's the guy who's spit on the cross is really in, because he's willing to go all the way. But they'll let the other guys who wouldn't spit on the cross still think they're in, and they're noble, and they'll be like the public face. And this is what they do with the Catholic Church. This stuff all comes from the same thing. You can look at Bill Cooper had this. He has a radio program. It's called Assassins, and I mean, the Pope has a lot of assassin types around him. Swiss Templar Guard, like I said, all these Matrix agents were around him. On his PR campaigns through America. I mean, Literally, listen, all of America, basically, they're either Zionists and Catholics, but Catholics and Zionists in secret really are working on the same agenda. Just like with the hardcore caliphate. The caliphate is a Muslim way of saying a new world order. So uh, it's crazy, but the Pope really is the godfather of the new world order. So you got to think he's like kind of like he's the godfather of nations. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, I don't want to be the ruler, but as long as you all pay me homage as the godfather, I get to rule you from the shadows. When it appears you still have leaders and you still have uh, law, your own whatever, your law, your own stuff going on, but you really don't because they're all loyal to this guy anyway. They were all trained by him. Like you can, that's one of the connections you find to with Obama is he was trained by in a high Jesuit university, and there's his connection. That's why he's so cool with the Pope. It's because he always was. You know what I'm saying? He was handpicked for this particular job that he's doing, and you can see this in their little like little dance that they play with the pictures to the public. You know what I mean? You can see who's paying homage to who and how. You know what I mean? But now they're playing a real funky game with this, though, man. I mean, is that the Antichrist and the false prophet? You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of people, listen, even secular type people know how evil the Pope is. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even just biblical prophecy type people that don't like the Pope. I mean, he's equally disliked and with cause. It's not, no one's just like, oh, it's because they're racist or anything like that. It's like, no, because if you really look at this guy or the whole, like I said, man, just look at the history of the Roman Catholics. I mean, that's where your mafia, like John Gotti and them, bottle their stuff from, is that church, man, and how they always kill the old regime and plant a new regime. And I mean, I don't know, maybe this is what's going on here even. You know what I'm saying? People are being set up to be taken out and replaced, which is that's the old Catholic way. You know what I'm saying? Or the Roman Catholic way. It was the way of Rome before the Caesars did it, before the Caesars were converted into popes. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really what you got. It's like the Pope wants some Caesar in his life. You know what I'm saying? He's not content with all this worldly power and influence that he's got, or his position has got. You know what I'm saying? He's not happy with that. Now he wants to go full political. You know what I'm saying? Wants to be Xerxes in this piece. Because, I mean, that's what they're jockeying him up as, is some Xerxes figure. You know what I'm saying? My opinion. You know what I'm saying? King Jong-un type character where, you know, this guy, he farts unicorns and rainbows. You know what I mean? And that's just, it's ignorant, man. It's very superstitious how people can get all caught up in this. And you can watch videos of the public, of the dumbed down public that, I mean, they don't see what's happening to them. Like I was saying, you don't want your new conqueror coming in as your conqueror. That what they're doing is they're presenting him as some kind of liberator, and he's not, dude. This is the soft takeover. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to do it the easy way to get you just to agree to it through consent or through or through compliance. You know what I'm saying? Though you don't agree, but you comply with some of the stuff, they still get you in incrementally, slowly. You know, and I'm never gonna go back on that because I know this. I mean, if he's the false prophet or the Antichrist or not, he's still an evil person. This is totally malevolent. The whole Agenda 21, 2030, sustainable development, the whole New World Order, the UN it's look into the UN's main magazine, Lucius Trust. It's based on Lucifer. It used to be called Lucifer Magazine. Look, when we say these guys worship Lucifer, that's not just, we're not just exaggerating there. That's real talk. You can find the documentation's there. You know what I'm saying? All the connections are there. All you got to do is just look at the evidence and let it sink in.